And when you arrived at Harissa yesterday with the warm welcome, it looked like you said, wow. Can you tell us sort of what you're learning? What's the most difficult thing to learn for you in being Pope? And you haven't told us anything either about what it felt like in the conclave when kind of it became clear what was happening. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, my first comment would be that just a year or two ago, I too thought about retiring someday. You've received that gift, apparently. Some of us will continue to work. The conclave itself, I believe very strictly about the secret of the conclave, even though I know there have been public interviews where some things were revealed. I said to a reporter the day before I was elected, she caught me on the street. I was going to lunch across the street at the Augustinians, and she said, well, what do you think? You've become one of the candidates. And I simply said, everything is in the hands of God. And I believe that profoundly. One of you, there's a German journalist on here who said to me the other day, tell me one book besides St. Augustine that we could read to understand who Prevost is. And there's several I've thought of, but one of them is a book called The Practice of the Presence of God. It's a very simple book by someone who doesn't even give his last name, Brother Lawrence. Read it many years ago. But it describes, if you will, a type of prayer and spirituality where one simply gives his life to the Lord and allows the Lord to lead. And if you want to know something about me, that's been my spirituality for many years. In the midst of great challenges, living in Peru during years of terrorism, being called to service in places where I never thought I would be called to serve to, I trust in God, and that message is something that I share with all people. So what was it like? I resigned myself to the fact when I saw how things were going that I said this could be a reality. I took a deep breath. I said, here we go, Lord. You're in charge, and you lead the way. I don't know that I said wow last night, in the sense my face is very expressive, but I'm oftentimes amused by how the journalists interpret my face. Serious. I mean, it's interesting. Sometimes I get, like really great ideas from all of you because you think you can read my mind or my face. And it's not, you're not always correct. But, I mean, I was at the Jubilee for Youth.